Thank you for tuning in to the B&RS Show.
So, I'm gonna just come out and say, I'm kind of guilty of this shit. It's bitten me in the ass many times. And I think there's a reason why I've had over 60 jobs in my entire employment career. Now I think I'm pushing about 65 now. I don't mean to do it. It was always out of necessity, because sometimes you just gotta believe. But I want to call it stretching the truth on a resume. I'm not gonna just say it's a flat out lie, because I never just lied and said that I worked at some place that I didn't work at.
I know people who have flat out fucking lied and said they had jobs they didn't have,
Experiences
they didn't have, and somehow gotten the job though.
That's the whole point.
And managed to keep the job.
That's the whole risk. It's the risk factor, because when you're going out there, bro, I've been on at least 500 interviews in my life. And one thing that people constantly hear is that you need experience. Well, I'm here to get the experience. But we don't want you because you don't have the experience. So where do I get the experience? I'm going to make the experience up.
It's like when you have the job experience we have, and like we've both done it, been down on our luck and applied for a job at, we'll say somewhere, I'll say like a Target, a Best Buy, or anywhere, for something very low level, just because we at that point needed cash.
I applied to Subway on Myrtle.
Have they told you were overqualified?
I was overqualified.
Bro, it's like, I'm overqualified, nigga. I'm broke, nigga. That's what I am right now, nigga. I am broke, and I'm looking at your ass for a job. I don't want to work here, but a nigga needs a job. You know why? Because the jobs I should be qualified for won't let me get them, because they want someone with experience.
Yo, it's like Fat Bastard and
I eat because I'm happy, and I'm happy because I eat. It's a long world ahead.
That's exactly what the fuck it is, bro. And there's been times that they've caught me. I didn't know that background checks could be immediate. So apparently there's this software, and I've actually seen it one time, where you just put somebody's social security number and their job history pops up. So I'm looking at this shit, and I'm thinking to myself, how many other places have this that I've visited? And the last time that this shit happened to me was took an interview at it was New York Life. It was a life insurance place. So I go to this dope ass office by Grand Central Station. I'm in a fucking suit, my shiny suit.
Jesus Christ, man.
My fucking hair has a crease from my hat that I just took off and put in my backpack. Like, I'm there with a book bag. I don't have a briefcase. This shit was a mess. But my resume was immaculate. Because it wasn't that I lied. I lied about certain things, but it was more changing the dates. I didn't want to have holes in my resume. I didn't want to have holes to explain.
Yeah.
Would be like, why did you take 9 months off? Well, we started doing radio, and then we called Roach.
Like, good job, man. Like, just resumes in general, man. Just I hate job interviews in general.
Because it's pretentious.
It is.
From the beginning to the end.
The person on the other side knows they have they hold the keys. And I feel like I do feel like I'm doing a dance there. Like, it's a very uncomfortable situation. I've hated every job interview I've ever gone on. I've never left a job interview feeling like I got the job.
I've never left a job interview feeling good about myself.
Yeah, me either.
Like, even if I got the job, I always walk away like, God damn, I'm still in a position where I need someone else to give me a job. And that shit to me bothers me, bro. Like, that it's always rubbed me the wrong way. But even worse is when they call you out during the interview. They're like, well, we just got off the phone with this place. And then the other thing that I think they kind of do it on purpose to fuck people up is in their own application. Because you bring your resume, you still got to fill out their application.
Yeah.
Where you got to fill out
job history,
work history, and references. So now you got to think, who haven't I fallen out with You got to go through the Rolodex in your phone. Hope that these people, and if you haven't spoken to them in years, you got to send them a text. Be like, yo, you might get a call about me. Just look out, look out. It's an embarrassing situation from beginning to end. No wonder people lie on their fucking resumes. That's what gets people the damn job. Have you lied on your resume?
Yep. Never gotten the job though. Never got a call back.
What did you lie about though?
That experience that I didn't have. Just trying to get my foot in the door. Just because a nigga needed a job. It was right after I hurt my back. And I was at that falling out with them. Who I was with at that time. And I was trying anyway to get a job. Like, even your sister was pushing my resume heavy for me. And even the callbacks I was getting from those, bro. Like, they were just like, they were just trying to charge me. Come to work.
Like, those are the biggest fucking...
It was worse than a multi-level marketing scam. Like, if you tell me, yeah, we love your resume, just can you pay $160 for training? We love your resume. We just need you to get trained on this. Would you happen to have $160?
Bro, the first job interview I ever went on was for turned out to be like a pyramid scheme called Vector Knives. I know at least 30, 40 people who all interviewed at Vector Knives, bro. Christian interviewed at Vector Knives.
I never did Vector Knives.
Vector Knives was like...
Are those the people like the niggas selling knives on Knickerbocker?
Bro, what they do is they get you into this place. It's like a huge office. It's a group interview. They only do group interviews so they could just scam a bunch of people at once. And they sit you down and then they give you a demonstration with their knives. So you got a nigga just cutting rope. You got somebody chopping a shoe in half. They're showing you what you're supposed to do when you go door to door selling these knives for them. And there's somebody watching you, and they're watching your body language. There's Q&A. They watch how you interact with the person. And then they take you into the back room in twos and tell which one of you got the job and which one didn't. So they put me in a room. It was like, you got the job. We're just going to need you to bring a $100 money order for your knife set. It was like, why am I buying the knives if I'm selling the knives?
I remember the first time I did it wasn't dumb, but it was through someone we went to high school. It was like, yo, good, you should meet this dude, good job opportunity. I was doing security, doing towards the rest too. But I was like, good job opportunity, maybe leave one. I go meet this dude, another homie from high school. Fuck it, let's go meet with them, see what he's talking. Our friend couldn't make it that day. And in retrospect, I think we knew he would be we knew this guy'd be full of shit. And like homie, like we sitting there, he's like, talking to us about the whole shit, and he's like, yeah, so he's like, all right, so how do we start working? Well, you gotta buy the packet, and wait, I gotta buy something to start work? What I gotta buy? You gotta buy the materials, and you need the booklet. I was like, all right, man, can I hold yours so I can talk to my parents about it and see? I can't give you mine, man. I need this. I think, what you expect me to just give you on the strength? Like, it's like, nah, man. Like, yo, I look stupid. And he's like, yo, trust me. Yo, everybody's with the internet's coming. Voice over internet providers.
Yo. This happened to somebody. We know this person. You might have met him, but me and Christian know this person, and this person was telling us about this shit while we was on the M train going over the bridge to somebody's house. And we laughed at him for at least 40 minutes because they got him. They got him for $600. And that was a voice over IP. He the way he broke it down, we kept laughing. Everything that he said was just funnier. He said first, the interview was at the table on Starbucks on Queen Center Mall, right in the middle.
Bro, that's where we went to meet this dude. It was at a Starbucks. That shit was like by the garden. I feel like it's somewhere near the garden.
It was always at a Starbucks. They brought a laptop with a presentation. They told him that he was going to invest in the technology. He's going to have his own website. He's going to have his own phone number, all this shit. And that's what all this money is going to cover. And before he even got a chance to be like, yo, I still live with my mom. I have to, find out if this is okay. He cut the check. And she packed his bags and she tossed his ass out. She said, I can't believe you that stupid. You're not coming back in here until you get that money back.
Did he get his bread back?
He had to go get his money back. I don't know if he ever got it back, but that's what he was going on his way that day.
Yo, you know it's fucked up though. They get people like that, and yo, it's predatory. Like the worst thing I can say is predatory, man. And it's like they make you feel like, yo, you're a piece of, you don't have $600 to invest in your future.
It's like
with that face exactly. Like, first off, suck my dick. That's number one. That's number one. Suck my dick. Bullshit. And the second thing is, I fuck you up, man. Like, but yo, people that like, it's a very like when it came to market like that like dealing with those, like I feel like I've only had one person who I felt like when they tried to pitch it to me wasn't like trying to sell me, but really was like, yo, we could, this is a thing like break both our families out the gutter. Was looking at it as someone who hadn't been bamboozled yet. And
he was in the process of the bamboozle.
Yeah. And he got out. He didn't get bamboozled. But he was looking at it like, yo, like this shit, like the numbers they telling me, if we verify this, like we could all be good. We could all be all right. Our families could be all right. He wasn't looking at it on some get rich quick, go on trip shit. You should be here. He looking at it like, nigga, if I could make extra money on the side while still doing my regular job and start saving and help. That's the way some people look at it. And then there's other people who look at it like, nigga, you drive that car and you work what hours? And you work for you? And other people work for you and you make money off the work they make? And I can get people to do work for me like that. But I be working for you and you be making money off like people.
So what's worse? What's a bigger gamble? Lying on your resume or joining a pyramid scheme?
Pyramid scheme. Without a doubt.
Pyramid scheme. You lie on your resume, that's quick.
The only thing more dangerous or dumber than either of those that I see right now, and I know I don't even know people, but I think a lot of people are heading towards financial ruin because they leveraged themselves a few years ago, and you know what I'm getting at, the Bitcoin craze. Like there are people I see
died down
talking
slowly
about Bitcoin and like, yo, you need to get it. You need to get this one. Bitcoin's dead. This is gonna be the new what is it called? Cryptocurrency. Everything is crypto. This is gonna be the new cryptocurrency. It's gonna be deregulated. No market. Like, guys, listen. Everyone's been saying that with everything, and all these a lot of these companies are now being investigated by the FCC for that rush and how those numbers get inflated so high and then drop like that. And they said
the money that was gonna be made got made, and now all that's left is just people holding Bitcoin. Unless you're gonna go into the fucking black market. Go on the Silk Road.
Unless you're Silk Roading it, man. Have fun.
This is like, what the fuck are you gonna
like? It's just like that's the one, man. There's people I keep seeing giving investment advice into Bitcoin. Like, dude, you still work a 9 to 5 too, B. How are you telling me to buy Bitcoin? Nigga, I'm not listening to you. Maybe if it was Warren Buffett, like, hey, listen, buddy, buy this. I bought a shitload of it. It's only returned for me. It's like, hey, Warren Buffett said, maybe I'm listening to Warren Buffett. But you?
Yeah, if you're like at the bottom of the pyramid,
yeah,
don't talk to me about the top.
Yeah. We looking up at the same shit raining down on us.
Don't show me videos on your laptop of other people doing things.
That shit, man.
You see, I met that guy at a conference one time. I can get there,
This is a video of the entire conference of all the Northeast. It's like, bro,
they're all making 6 figures. Listen. So it's Cantinflas down the block selling dubs. And he don't have to lie on his resume.
No, nigga don't have a resume. He sells dubs.
All he do is just tell you that it's 0.2 when it's really 0.1.
Yo, I mean, it's a shaky thing, man. But I'm like I said, the worst feeling is walking out of that job and you know you didn't get it, but. It's a better interview, but what's the best feeling? Walking out of one of those things and knowing I didn't get bamboozled into spending money, bro.
Oh, yeah.
As I will be proud in knowing a nigga never got on a multi-level marketing scheme, a fucking pyramid scheme, a multi-level networking.
Remember Mona V?
Yeah.
Fucking, what was that, pomegranate juice? Some shit like that.
Remember the one when they were trying to get me and I called you? It's like, yo, they trying to pitch me this shit. He was like, yo, let's talk about it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to do that. He's like, that they're trying to get you. I was like, yo, bro, I'm glad you were around and you came because they were, for like 2 hours, they were trying to get me there. They're like, yo, just try to call some, if you know anybody here you just sell to.
Yo, I remember on Broadway, before we close out, on Broadway Avenue, right by the J and the M stop, there was a barber shop. And I don't know why the fuck I was over there, but I'm smoking a cigarette outside. And then we all go inside. We sit down, and there's this presentation for Mona V that's supposed to go down. So this guy starts taking the bottle, and he's talking to us about his experience and how much money he's made, all this shit. And then he starts talking about the health effects of it and how it saved his life. And then he starts like crying. He's crying. He's holding the bottle. And then I look in the back, and one of the dudes I was with was pouring a little Mona V into his drink. I said, listen, I don't think Mona V and Hennessy is the right way to go, bro.
Might have been a new wave, man. You never know, man. I just I'm grateful I never ended up in a position where I got a job I shouldn't have gotten like that, because that could lead to some disastrous shit, man.
No, I've gotten plenty of jobs.
I definitely
like
went
that.
out for jobs I shouldn't have lined on my resume, man. It's a great thing I didn't get them.
But to my defense, it's gotten easier with more time that I've done it, because now we have YouTube. So certain things, I remember one time I was doing it was something called a virtual office. You know that park in between the bridges that we used to go chill at sometimes?
Yeah.
On Main Street,
Yeah.
in Dumbo. There was an office space there, and this guy and his wife, or his ex-wife, they had this virtual office where it was about 15 people, all with headsets, getting phone calls coming in from different companies, and a script would pop up for every different company, and I would just be routing calls to people's cell phones to make it look like they have a big office. Bro, I had no idea what I was doing, bro. That all that software shit, I got on YouTube that morning. I looked at everything. By the time I got to the training, they thought I was a fucking pro. You can do it if you set your mind to it, bro.
Well, I'm just grateful I didn't get those jobs, man.
I didn't last. I got fired in 2 days.
I'm guessing they realized you weren't a pro.
But it was just they didn't like the quality of my phone calls. I didn't realize they could listen to every call. So it just got to a point that it's like, huh? Oh, you know there's a cell phone shit, right? I'm just going to transfer you to the cell phone real quick. And they'd be like, you're not supposed to say that. I just hear a voice come on a fucking headset. What are you doing? I was like,
my job, I thought.
Like, who are you?
God, is that you?
Yeah, but I know better not to do that shit no more. That shit just takes up too much time. It's too much of a gamble.
Oh man,
I like to know what's happening going in.
Man, I think it's just everyone. You go through that weird era, like that weird, part of your 20s, like your late to mid 20s, where you don't know what your job is, your career, and that's why you lie on your resume.
Just do everything.
You do anything, throwing everything at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Shit. And with that one, you guys already know where to follow us, man.
And you already know why to follow us, because we do the fucking, you heard.
Thank you for tuning in to the B&RS Show.